Hi, my name is Aruni. I'm a tarot reader. I'm here to teach you how to do tarot reading in a simple manner. We usually use the Morgan Greer Tarot Pack. Uh, According to experts, is the closer to the original. And some of our followers have asked us to focus in the ending of a reading. Sorry that we haven't been online because we've been doing tarot readings for people in Chile, Colombia, and Peru, but we're back in Britain. So I'm going to swiftly go through, but focusing more on the top. And the reading is about a person that has new partners for a venture. So we begin, and as usual, we put a major arcana with a minor arcana. Now the major is showing us the journey, because this person has been traveling as well. And here is a card, the Two of Coins represents triumph, really, with the small up and downs, which means, okay, this person, the business can do well. Let's see the projection of the business. Now, the card Wisdom represents that one should utilize what one has learned in order to benefit from the personal experience. The moon represents times in which things don't work. So this card has a little moon there, which means, okay, but because it's only a little bit left, means you're coming out of period in which things wouldn't work. So maybe now that the new period comes, if you utilize what you have learned while the going was tough, you probably can succeed. This card is a card of security. So perhaps for the purpose of the future business, focus on who you work with, how do you work, and utilize everything you learn in order to have a secure situation. When we look at the mind, we see that the person has the strength represents struggle, but something that the person can deal with. They can defeat their obstacles. So it's good. Obstacles are going to be there. This is the Five of Rods represents obstacles, but the person can defeat them. Okay, so it's good. And this here is the area of the emotions. And in the area of the emotions, we have a devil. The devil represents negative attachments. So it's in the emotional area. So perhaps we should explore with the clients how is their romantic, their emotional house going. There is a card, is the Ace of Pentacles, which represents new ventures. The number ones always represent new beginnings. So it will be good to find out whether the partner of this person is in a well-established relationship, or his relationship is a little bit chaotic, which could affect him, which could affect the work. We go into the self here, and in the self we have the Emperor, which is a very good card because it shows that the person has the right attitude for what he wants to do, and he's got a card of happy marriage, happy home in the minor arcana, which means probably the person that has asked me how am I going to do with this new partner, his situation is good, it's stable, it's steady, and he has the right attitude. Now when I look at the position of the partner, the emotional partner, the spouse, the wife, the girlfriend, we have the card the Fool. We have seen this card and we have analyzed it, which is not a card that represents that the person is fool, but it represents that the person may act in a way that is not prepared, right? So therefore the word for this card is unexpected, because you may get any reaction because you're not really well prepared for it, and that we have analyzed the card that the person is going towards a precipice, and unless he pays attention he may end up in trouble. That could be because the person is young, impulsive, and the fact that the world is there. We have seen the world represents when a person reaches their objectives, but it takes time. So that will be confirming the fact that the person is young, and he probably needs to take some more training. But once the person is experienced, then it will be very good. This is the spouse of the client that came to me. So okay, if I probably find out, okay, how old is your spouse, and are you starting a relationship, like if they just got married, so it means they have a life ahead. So it's gonna take some time to learn how to live as a married couple. Now I'm looking at the self again, and this time is the magician. The magician represents the self, and usually is it sort of talks about control. So if the person likes to be in control of all the details, but we have already seen him that is a bit of an emperor, which means yes, this person likes to be in control of everything. Now that doesn't have to be a bad thing. And the other card is the Two of Rods. That's a card of success regardless, and therefore it looks, yes, it's good that this person, with all the wisdom that has acquired, he wants to be in control of all the details of the operation, because he's good and he's going to succeed. So now we go to the bit that we've been asked, which is, okay, we know how everything is at the bottom of the project. We know what's happening in their lives. There is a bit to be discovered, and now we want to see the ending of this project of these two people who will want to start a business. So we were saying before that on my left is my opportunities to appear, on my right is my the obstacles that may interfere with the objective, and the last card is the outcome. So we look at the opportunities to come, and we have the Lovers that represent attraction. It could represent one of the relationships of the persons, but we don't know that until we check with the people. But there is something here interesting, which is a fight, it's an argument, there's some conflict there. So if we put the two together, oh, it's a conflict in one of the relationships. Now, the relationship of the person that asked me about the reading, it seems very good in that they have a happy home, happy marriage. But the relationship of the client, that he said, oh, I'm going to start with a partner this business, it came out a devil there. So it looked like probably the relationship of the partner is having a suffering. So that can be a problem for this project that they're trying to do. If his life becomes messy, if he goes through a divorce, legal problems, or it can be very messy for the purpose of the business. So this is things that are going to appear. You know, what's next, what's going to happen next. And this one here is the area of obstacles. Now, in the area of obstacles, we have the 10 of coins. Now, the 10 of coins is a card of wealth. So that's not usually an obstacle. So what is it that appears as an obstacle? Well, it's got the moon there. And we were saying that the moon represents periods in which things do not work. So we're saying that this business has the possibility for a lot of wealth, but at present they don't know how to do it, what to do. You know, moon means veil. You don't know what to do, nothing works, nothing moves. And therefore, if you look at the card, you will see that there is this animal there. I think it's a crab or lobster. It's got half of his body inside the water and half is out the water, which means you cannot see the full picture. You only see half the picture. So in a sense, we could say that for the purpose of the business, he is looking, the client that came to me is looking for partners, and the partner that has presented, it has not given him the full picture of his life, and it seems to me that his emotional life is in trouble. That's what we are looking at. And now we see the outcome. In the outcome, we have the Sun. Now, the Sun means full success. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles represents, in this case, usually represents the wife, the spouse, the partner. So if we say, okay, you got success and it's related to the wife, to the partner, so it seems like this type of business that they are actually starting to do is very much dependent on their own emotional stability. And as long as these two partners that want to partner up to create the business, their lives are stable, the business will succeed. There are very good cards. The Emperor, these cards are the Two of Rods, represent success regardless of which path they take. But there are quite a few cards that are showing that the emotional side of their lives, unless it's stable, it could actually interfere with the business. So again, now I wrap it up. because people ask me about the ending of the reading. From what we have seen, is the work, the idea, the concepts are good, the projection looks good, there is success at the end of it, and I think it's only what is required from the opportunities, the obstacles, and the outcome from this bit here, which is where we wanted to focus. It seems like it is very important to tell our clients that you need to concentrate on ensuring that the emotional side of the life of your client is also in good shape, because that you haven't seen. And this is all for today. Tarot by Aruni. Thank you very much. Until the next one.